Greetings everybody, this is a video on how I created the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Obviously the first things first, I'm going to change the template. There we go. So yeah, I use the standard World Heavyweight title for the base. Very simple to do this. Use this as the background. The standard World Heavyweight title. Get it all nice and lined up. I still think lining up is a pain. I'm on about like for the gems. But it's actually a lot more easier to line up the gems on 2K23 than it is 2K22. Yep, that's fine. Now what I also realise as well, still it does not look that good. But still damped really makes it like a championship. You can have the gems as red or you can have them as white, it's really up to you. But what I'm doing at the moment, we're mimicking the current belt. And yes, I leave the name bar on the championship. That bit doesn't really bother me that much, because I know the current belt doesn't use that, they use side plates, but meh. I use this sort of lion. Don't want to go on the gem too much. I know on the current belt they actually have a lion at the bottom, face of a lion, but I'm not worried about that. Plus, like I said before in my other championship creations, these are very limited to what you can do. Same again, another lion, flip it round. Yeah, that's fine. Just had to think. Sorry about that. But yeah, you can feel free to pause the video to get the colour of what I use. Now for like the glow part, I always still think to this day I wish they might have gone for this one, because it's a little bit more better details. Yes, the centre plate you get on the Cruiserweight Championship, but it actually has like the islands in the background and it'll look better with a bit of colour as well. But no, they decided to go for this. Not a problem. Just shorten it down for a sec, leave it there, because we want to get the circle with gems around it, or diamonds, whatever they like to call it. This little one, it's just so we give a little bit more design detail. Excuse me. About there will be fine. Like I said, still damped I find is the best to help stuff stand out. Then we go back to the globe. Yep. Deep still really does make it, or still damped really does make this stand out a lot better. Make it feel like a true championship. Now I find this silver's a little bit too bright, so we bring this down to about there. So far, that's the center plate coming out fairly well. Yep. And what I do for the top, I use this crown, and because there's an eagle on the top, but I don't really care about the eagle fully on show, but I want the wings though to help out. So shrink this down. I always find this is the best designed eagle on the game. Spread out a little bit. There we go. To some people this might look like a proper mess, but this is how I design this belt. Now this font here and this font is what I find is the best to use, because one, the border background of it, what they kind of use anyway, so it helps it stand out. Yep. Then the way I do this one, I'll have that silver and then the background gold, so it goes like that. It's pretty good. Just re-alter the eagle a little bit, bring it down, stretch it out a little bit more, raise it up. It's just to cover up the old world part, because we're starting this from scratch. Then we've had the crown. I like this one because you can change the colour of the gems. Because like I said in a comment to some viewer, you can have it any colour you want. Don't worry about the width of it, it's just to help fill that spot in. Like so. Have them white, you can have them red, have them any colour you like. Like I know my current belt I have them red, have it stand out. So that's top of the plate. Now we'll do the bottom. can use any design you want. You can go for this one. Well, I mean, works well, but I was not really a fan how it sits. Because of the font as well for the world, I kind of prefer, well, you can use this one. What will feel more accurate to the actual title, because that's the one they kind of use, but I like this one. From the Big Wind Eagle Championship. Bring it down a tad. There we go. And the same status quo as this. You can do the silver and gold the other way around, but I kind of like it like this. But yeah, that's how I create the center plate. And obviously, like I said before, you're limited to how much images you can stick on here. Like with my current World Heavyweight title with red gems, I have this in the center. Just helps the title stand out a little bit more, in my opinion. Yeah, so you can actually go like that. So more detail. Easy status quo with this one. White. And like the modern belts now, for some weird reason they've got black gems, so you can have black gems on them. You can have silver, have a black, so it stands out like that. Don't look too bad, but I prefer the gold. But yeah, WWE have currently designed their WWE logos now to have that for some weird reason, don't know why. But yeah, but for now, this is what the center plate looks like. Yes, I know I'm leaving the name bar in there, but that don't really matter. But yeah, that is how I make the center plate for the World Heavyweight title. Now the side plates. Straps, can't really do much with it. Because unfortunately with the World Heavyweight title strap, you can only colour one side. You can't have like the back red and then the front black. Because like I wanted to do for the women's title, because it's the same belt as this but with women's written on it, I wanted to have the front of the strap white, then the back black, but can't do it with this strap unfortunately. Right, now for the side plates. It's kind of a little bit weird, you only get one of these. Same like the center plate, line up the gems. Obviously you can zoom in on this mode as well to get a better look. Yeah, it's not too bad. Give it its white gems. And this bit's simple. I'll just use this one, stretch it out, line it up a little bit, not overdo it, get it in the centre a little bit more. And there we go. Same with this one, still damped. So that kind of gives that centre plate. For now, for design people will go for this one straight away. I don't. I like to have a little gem design around it, just like this one. Stretch out, fill in the gap. Perfect. Ooh. So it just gives it a little bit more design detail. There we go. Now, because that's got the old WWE logo, then I'll come to this one, shrink this globe down. And there we go. It's a little bit dark, but anyway, it's okay. So yeah, that's how I have the design. I like the shield with the crown on it, makes it look like an actual World Heavyweight title. And just like I showed off with the center there, you can actually go ahead, if you're not a fan of that one, you can go ahead and add this in. To help it stand out a bit more, give a little 3D texture. Just like so. And the same steps like I did to there. But that's if you want to have that bit like that. Copy. So it sends it over to there. Saves a bit of time and hassle. And then you just basically reline them up. It's not too bad, it's just a little bit of movements. It's kind of funny though, it takes out of its colour when you re-alter. What's not really a problem, it's easy to redo. And the same status quo, if you want to have a different WWE logo in the centre, you can. But there we go. This is how I create the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Obviously my current one's a little bit more different because I've got red gems and different WWE logo in the centre. But yeah, if you want to make this belt, this is the way to go. This is the design I use. And it doesn't really take you long to do. Just be patient, take your time lining things up. It'll go well. I kind of wish there wasn't a limiter of 10 images. I wish they would allow you to have 20, and then you can throw way major designs into the center plate and side plates. But no, 2K has to have limitations. It's a little bit annoying. That's the reason why I use the World Heavyweight title as a background, so the very bottom bit's filled in nicely. Just ignore the name bar. Still kind of wish you could change the colour of the straps, but you can. It just changes the whole colour though. Because you can see from looking at my titles, I like to have a coloured strap at the front, different colour at the back, sometimes black or sometimes gold. Hey ho. But yeah, this is the World Heavyweight Championship that I've made. You can feel free to use this as a guide to make it yourself, or you can go on to Community Creations and just download my belt, and if there's any alterations you want to change to it, you can, feel free. That's the reason they're on the Community Creations. So if there's something on the belt you don't like, you go ahead and change it, make it suits your own rhythm. But I kind of prefer the font of the World Championship. It just looks like a proper championship that way. Plus it's a little tribute because of the world parts from the classic Wind Eagle, and then the championships from the big Wind Eagle. So it's a nice little tribute. But yeah, feel free to do these belts in any way you want. You don't have to make them look like this. You can just go ahead and spread and copy the image of the current World Heavyweight title that they've got. And I won't lie as well, I'll say that's actually the best design looking belt they have in the company now. The WWE Undisputed Championship they gave Roman Reigns is a lazy design. What's new to it? Just a gold background and black gems in the WWE logo. Ooh, exciting. I don't understand. They can go ahead and make a belt what near enough looks like this, so it puts time and thought and effort into it, and then still keep the current giant WWE logo. What makes no sense to me, not at all, because I've read some of your comments and I've seen people saying, oh, I predicted the future on certain title designs. I'm actually shocked that WWE actually copied some of my designs, but I'm not claiming trademark on it because it's their WWE logo. They do whatever they want. But if they want to keep a giant WWE logo, I think they should just do what they've done on the World Heavyweight title. Go for that sort of size. Obviously change the globe. Have some like islands in the background instead of it just being planned with squares. It looks a bit boring. That's why you'll see on some of my championships, because I've got quite a few World Heavyweight titles, that I have the globe a little bit more different, just for a bit of detail. But anyway, feel free to pause the video anytime you like to get the corrections of the colour and usage. And like I still say, still damped is the best way to make a championship look more realistic, in my opinion. Because all the other ones just doesn't feel right. It just seems really off. It's probably because the light engine they used in this game doesn't really help. Because you can get sometimes, like if you've got a created arena, the tiles will look really dark and you can't even see what the hell's on them. And then if you get arena that you've lit the hell out of, so you've got so much light, the belts just look way too shiny, just like that. It's weird. It's a weird type of light engine they use, but anyway. Hopefully this guide has helped. I will be creating 2 more videos in the near future on how I created the gold undisputed WWE Universal Championship and the gold women's championship. I'm not gonna worry about the women's world heavyweight title. All I did is just basically above the word world, just throw the word women's on it. Very simple, but then you can't change much of the logos because of stupid limitations. But yeah, information is very simple. You don't need to worry about that. You can easily put whatever you like. But yes, that's my guide on how to make the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Or should I just say World Heavyweight Championship now? They're not calling it WWE World Heavyweight Championship no more. They're just calling it the World Heavyweight Championship. Doesn't bother me. Just makes it more pointless. Why put a WWE logo in the center if you're not going to call it WWE? Wrestling's weird. Anyway, hopefully you like this video. Comment, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for some more, because I will be having some more coming out soon. Take care.